Many of us know today is International Women's Day, and on Twitter it was trending Venmo. So I was like, it probably has something to do with stock. So I went and checked it out, and it was a bunch of ladies saying, for example, like one of them, all men Venmo me $100 for the National Women's Day. Thanks. I mean, that's one way to appreciate you guys. The amount of patience and stuff you guys had. For example, like our mothers when we were kids. Doing sleepless nights and all of that. We can never repay you guys, and there's so much that you guys do that goes unappreciated. So I just want to say thank you, good ladies, and that's the least we can do. Jokes aside, we really can never appreciate the amount of stuff you guys do and the amount of BS that you guys have to deal from us guys. That aside, speaking of women, according to the Hill, Switzerland votes to ban most of full face coverings in public spaces. Aren't they telling people like to cover their faces for COVID anyways? Why do this? If a lady want to cover her entire body and practice her religion in a way that she doesn't harm anyone, let her do that. Let her practice her speech, her religion and stuff. That's true freedom. Why? I'm pretty sure the percentage of people they do that is probably really little, and you're gonna go after your minority. As we move toward the future, we're supposed to provide more rights, not limit more rights. So I'm pretty sure you guys probably already aware of the interview that took place between Oprah and Meghan about the royal family and all of that. Man, when it comes to these royal or celebrity stories, there's sometimes a bit crazy, but there was some shocking stuff. So I'm just going to talk about it briefly. So in the interview, Oprah was like, why they didn't want to make Archie a prince? Was it because of his race? She said, and Meghan was like, honest answer is there was conversation going on, like no title or security or concerns about his skin color. And then Oprah was like, who had those conversation with you? And Meghan was like, oh, those conversation was with Harry. And then Oprah was like, you're not going to tell me who had those conversation? And Meghan was like, I think it's going to be damaging to them. So this was some pretty shocking stuff. I don't know how true it is. These are the words of Meghan, but on Twitter it was trending there, British Twitter, and I was like, what is that? So it was a bunch of people, the American people, waiting for the British people to wake up so they can have to see how they were going to react to this interview. And one of the people that did say something was Piers Morgan. He said, this interview is an absolute disgraceful betrayal of the Queen and the royal family. I expect all the vile, destructive, self-serving nonsense from the Meghan Markle, but for Harry to let her take down his family and the monarchy like this is shameful. Honestly, I feel like he should have spoke about some of the concern that she said, of the things that were said about the baby. These are some things that you cannot overlook. I believe this is just the tip of the iceberg. I cannot give my opinion on this because I don't know the whole story. But, when something like this happened, it doesn't take long for the full story to come forward and, the people that are involved in it. So I hope we get to the bottom of this. If those things are truly said by his skin color and stuff, is truly sad. And, I can't believe it exists at times like these, but it doesn't surprise me one bit. There's just so much racism going on around the world. But I do believe that one day, we probably overcome all this racism and stuff and move to a better future. Or maybe that's just wishful thinking. Is that aside, so many of you know what's happening in Myanmar. Well, bunch of United Nations accounts on Twitter were saying stuff like, one of them said the UN Geneva, they tweeted, how much more can we allow the Myanmar military to get away with? Honestly, they should have been tough with them like a year or so ago when they were, the Rohingya Muslims were, getting destroyed by this same military. And now the same military is killing bunch of the citizens, their own citizens. The Rohingya was their citizens as well, but there were talks about it, but there were not major action taken to protect those vulnerable people. And now is biting these people, their own citizens. I wish if the military was held accountable back then, I feel like they wouldn't do something like this now. But it's not too late. I hope the world wakes up and return democracy into Myanmar. So according to the New York Times, so apparently fully vaccinated people can have small gatherings indoors with others vaccinated people, but should continue to wear a mask in public. Honestly, I feel like people will lie. Like they will say, oh, I got full vaccinated, and come in and probably not vaccinated, because there are so many vaccinated conspiracy out there, and some people don't want to get it because of those conspiracies. So I don't know how this is gonna go, but hopefully it works out. I'm glad, you know, the CDC is recommending some good steps now, us moving forward, because we cannot stay in the same type of environment that we stayed for the past year. And with vaccine, I hope we can move forward for a better future. Anyways, guys, these are some of the things taking place around the world. Don't forget to subscribe and tune in tomorrow for more. Till then, peace out.